Now Griffin on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Jameson Williams, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Lions put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, this defense for the Lions, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolute phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
It's a gain of 34.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
First down, here's Mitchell. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They go play action with Wilson. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 33 yards that time. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Once more with Mitchell. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And the Lions are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And the defense, Charles, they bit a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them out of the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's where they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
On second down and 4. Griffin going for the deep ball. He's got him in. Complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. And that looked almost to be a case of, quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And boy, that was something to watch, wasn't it? How about the way these guys came out here in the first quarter? They really put their stamp on this game early with their play calls, and they certainly look good so far.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling, and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Griffin. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Jadeveon Clowney able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And that is going to be no good. He pushed it wide to the right.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Play action. It's Wilson. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They go play action now. Wilson. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Room here to run. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
On 1st down, they go back to Mitchell. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Lions 17-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Lions 7, 49ers 0.
So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
On third down, Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Lions now at 2-5 to start play. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think it's going to be tough to beat in this one.
He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. That time a little misdirection really seemed to fool the defense.
And think of it this way. From the time you're in high school, you're taught to watch film and pick up tendencies. Sometimes they can use those against you, though, when they break their own tendencies and hit you back the opposite direction, huh?
Once again, it's Swift. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's Griffin. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Griffin being chased out left. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the Niners will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They run over center with Mitchell. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. 40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. that a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 9 yards that time.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. 2 minutes to play in this first half, 7-3 our score. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Javon Hargrave, the D-tackle, getting the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Swift. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Yeah, they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now another timeout called for by the offense as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. taking a shot for Samuel. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He hit his first, this one from 38. Santos' kick is up and through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And they're going to have lousy starting field position as he's out of bounds at his 6-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. He's airing it out for Williams. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime here on Halloween. And trust me, kids, if you had to look at Charles Davis every game, you'd think every day was Halloween. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 51 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that one, that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Down at the 25.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not.
Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Oh, you hate that for him. He gets so close on the big run, but has him in excellent position.
And I know there's plenty of competitive spirit on the defensive side of the ball, but part of me wonders if they would have just preferred him to go ahead and take it into the end zone rather than deal with him again on a likely carry on this down.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
That almost felt like the defense said, he is not getting in. What a play.
Not only stopping him at the line, but pushing him back a yard as well. Mitchell is in. Touchdown, 49ers. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
Wilson going to throw for it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just already know our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. They'll send the tight end in motion left. They snap it at 1. Now it's Griffin. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Slot man moves right. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And it's taken in at the 9. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Right back to Mitchell here. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. On the handoff, Mitchell. And he's going to have a Niners first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Two first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. On the counter, Mitchell. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. A give here to Mitchell. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 41-yard line. Wilson. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Back to the ground here, Mitchell. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack it back right at the midfield stripe. There's Charles Harris getting home for the sack. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. He's airing it out for Williams. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold them up. Second, third guy in, break it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. 112 yards rushing now for Mitchell. He's got a first down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move.
And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Elijah Mitchell. His 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this 4th quarter. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they're going to have very poor field position as he's out of bounds at his 7-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback. Now Griffin. He's got a man complete. And way out past the 35 before he's taken down. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
They absolutely had to take some chances downfield trailing here in the 4th quarter.
So why not go 4 verticals, send the guys downfield, say make a play.
And that's one of the favored routes of offensive coordinators. You know why? Because receivers can be open at any point running that route.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the 49ers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
8 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 2.
Once again, it's Mitchell. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. On the ground is Mitchell. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he puts a little something extra into this one, by far his best of the night. And he's going to be out of bounds up past the 5. So the victory here for San Francisco. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth.